Hey, what's going on, guys? Flick here. Welcome to episode 5 of our FIFA 19 career mode series with Crystal Palace. Having just kicked off our Premier League campaign in the last episode, we sit atop of the Premier League table with 9 points out of a potential 9. We also managed to complete our first round of monthly scouting updates, having sent scouts to England, France, and Mexico, already developing some good talents in our youth academy system. But if you guys are still enjoying this series like I am, do feel free to leave a like below, helps support the channel, and helps it reach new viewers. The agenda for today's video is to round out the summer transfer window. We have one match left to play in August, this Carabao Cup fixture against Norwich, and then we'll get into September, playing 2 more matches, the first being against Southampton, and the second, unless another match gets scheduled, against Huddersfield away. I posed a question in the last episode asking if you guys would like to see the Scouted Future Star feature unlocked from the EA Sports catalog for this save, and you guys voted that you did want to see that feature unlocked. So our scouts been dispersed. We should have a new Youth Academy player within the next few weeks. I also saw a comment from a few episodes ago asking me to change Ruben Loftus-Cheek's kit fit from normal to tight, which is the team default. I've gone ahead and done so, and I appreciate you guys letting me know about those minor details because sometimes I don't pick up on them, but if it makes a difference to you guys, I'm more than happy to oblige. I also had a few of you asking for me to go over my dynamic tactics for this save, and since this is a new feature in FIFA 19, I thought I would spend a few minutes doing so. And the defensive style that I'm using is pressure on heavy touch. I found that even on the ultimate difficulty, the computer does make mistakes, and if you can pounce on any loose balls and score easy goals that way, why wouldn't you use that? For width, I have that on balanced, I guess. It's really no preference, it's right in the middle. Depth, I have my team playing fairly high up, so 2 slots over from the middle. This is just how I tend to play. I want to get my attacking fullbacks involved and really not let my opposition get out of their own half. Now for the offense, since we're playing a wide formation, I'm using a fairly wide setup. Offensive style is balanced. Width, I went up by 1. And then for players in the box, that's completely default. Corners, I have 2 players staying back, and free kicks, same thing, 2 players staying back. As for the instructions, I thought I would quickly go over that as well since I've adjusted it accordingly as we continue in this crew mode. For our fullbacks, everything's on default except for run type. I have them on overlaps. That's just how I like to utilize my fullbacks. Milivojevic, I have him on stay back while attacking and cover center. I think the cover center is a really useful feature. It's a new addition in FIFA 19, and if you want to have a holding midfielder, stick that on, and he's always going to sit in front of your center back pairing and provide that extra cover. Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Max Meyer are completely on default, so they kind of just do their own thing. Andres Townsend and Wilfried Zaha both have stay forward and cut inside, which allows them to get it on their strong foot and take the finesse shots. Christian Benteke, the only change I've made for him is I've stuck target man on his attacking runs. With this being a cup fixture, I thought it would be interesting to use a different starting 11 and allow our rotational players to get some play time. So we're still using the 4-3-3 holding, but everyone that you see here in the starting 11 would usually feature on the substitutes or reserves. But one thing I do want to ask before we get into this match is, would you like to see a completely different formation for these cup fixtures? I understand if I'm always using the same formation, the crew mode can get stale. So if you'd like me to switch things up and use a different variant, maybe a 4-4-2, then just let me know and I'll do that for the next cup match. There's a few players in the Norwich starting 11 that I recognize. Nelson Olivier at the striker position, and then Marshall, I believe he used to play for Wolverhampton. I recognize that name from my Wolves save last year, and he was a decent player. Wow, what a finish from Marshall, and Norwich have looked extremely strong so far in this match. A lot of quick passing play, and I almost want to say that was a timed finish because the power behind that shot was immense. I would say that the play in the opening minutes of this match resembles our match against Fulham from the last episode. They completely dominated us in the opening minutes, but once we found our ground and shaped up defensively, we got back into it, and I'm hoping for a similar trend here. Good interception from Koyate. He'll play it over to MacArthur, and Yannick Balazi's free on the wing. We'll see if he can use some skill moves or get this on his right foot. The finesse shot effort is blocked. We'll get it over to Sorloth, though. He'll find Ayew, and Jordan Ayew trying to get a shot off, but it's cleared away by Norwich, and it's only a throw-in for us. Sorloth getting a lot of touches in early in this match. Eventually, we'll get it over to Ayew. He gets fouled outside the box, and that'll be a free kick for us. Maybe we can run onto this and get an easy finish. Looks like this is our first free kick so far in the career mode, but I've had a few in Ultimate Team, and this tactic that I'm about to do still tends to work. We'll play this over to one of our players. What a save, though, from Tim Krul, completely keeping Norwich in this one. And maybe I should have just gone with a low-powered finesse shot. But we're still with it here. And MacArthur trying to split the defense, but Norwich holding strong, and they'll keep their lead. Good header away from Riedewald. We don't have any support, though. Jordan Ayew unable to find an outlet, and it's Norwich once again with an attack. Ayer does well to defend, and we need to get this one forward now. Ayer, poor passing out of the back. We're just giving Norwich free opportunities as they play it backwards and try to hold on to more possession. Teti. Over to Marshall. Another cross set in. Koyate, no-nonsense clearance. And we complete... That's a good tackle from Sorlot. We might be through here. We'll let Sorlot run onto it and cut this one inside. It's Jordan Ayew. Has Balazi. Maybe one more pass. Over to Punchin. Can he get there before the keeper? That took a couple of deflections, and it's a very lucky goal for us to score. Let's take a look at this replay. I think it was a shot deflected off the keeper and off of the defender. Maybe we can get a better look at this one. Yeah, we'll take a closer look. Off of the keeper, onto Hanley's chest, and into the back of the net. We've been lucky in this career mode, but we're going to take it. Might be one more chance here for Norwich. As they send it across, we're going to have a miscommunication. I was trying to head it back to the keeper and play it nice and easy. Unfortunately, took a heavy touch, and all of a sudden it's a corner kick for Norwich. They'll send it into the box. It would be really disappointing to concede right here. Luckily, we don't, and we're level going to the break. It's another match where I'm feeling very fortunate to be going into the break level, especially with that own goal. However, I feel like we have improved significantly after we conceded. Yannick Balazi going on a bit of a skill run here. Maybe he can get this on his strong foot. Instead, it falls to MacArthur. He plays it through to Sorlot. The cross to the far post didn't exactly work out, but we might still have it here. If we can challenge for the header, Schlupp does enough to play this one in the middle. It's Koyate finding Ayew. He's going to have an effort right at Tim Krul, who positioned himself well. Big tackle there by Schlupp, and we win back possession. It's been a slow start to the second half for us, but maybe we can get something going here. Jordan Ayew hasn't done much in this fixture, but if he can get a shot off right here, that would be big. Should have just fired it off with his right foot, but he optioned to take it on his left. And with 30 minutes left, it's Norwich getting forward. Good through ball played to Ben Marshall. I think he's going to send in another cross. Riedewald equal to it, and we can get forward here. A lot of pressure being applied, and I think Norwich are starting to bring forward their defenders because we can't seem to get it out of our own half. Ayer, good tackle, and does well to find Jason Punchin. We need to start thinking about taking him out soon as he is getting tired. Here's Yannick Balazi on the ball. He'll cut this one inside on his right foot. Can he line up the finesse shot correctly? Just doesn't have the strength. We're making substitutions a lot later than I would have liked. We're already in the 86th minute, but play just wouldn't go out of bounds. And now we have some players that are dead tired. Luckily, a lot of these guys are reserves, so we don't need to start them in the next Premier League match. The changes I'll be making is Loftus-Cheek at the left center mid position and Max Meyer at the right center mid. That's our typical starting 11 center mid duo, and maybe they can make an impact in these last few minutes. I also want to switch up the striker position and get Wilfried Zaha a chance to inject some pace into the team and maybe get lucky with a counterattack. What a ball. Over to Marshall. We need to close him down. And it's another fantastic effort by Marshall. Obviously, he's been man of the match today. 2 incredible shots on his left foot. And there's not much I can say about that. Maybe we should have been more clinical on our chances. But those are 2 spectacular goals. And maybe this is finally where ultimate difficulty is starting to step things up. Obviously, we need to get forward quickly. And Zaha might be able to do so. Playing this one inside to Balazi. He can't get the shot off, and that is going to be full time. We get knocked out in the first round of the Carabao Cup. against North City, who played very well today, especially Marshall. It's always unfortunate to lose your first match of the season if we're not counting the semi-final of the preseason tournament, which we lost in penalties, but it'll be a learning opportunity. At least we're not losing in the Premier League, which is my top priority this year. I don't think I even need to look at the player ratings, but how does Marshall not get man of the match? An 8.7 rating, and Teti somehow gets it with a 9.2. I'm not sure about that. Offers are starting to come in for Christian Benteke, and I'm strongly considering offloading him at a later point in this career mode. I'm still going to give him a chance until January, but if I don't adapt to his playstyle, sometimes things just don't work out, and we'll have to move him on to another club. This is a good chance for us to get a feel for his true value. Already, Watford coming in with roughly a 16 million deal. I'll keep that in mind as we think about selling him. A few more transfer deals coming in, and I decided to put Ennis on the transfer list because thinking about it, he probably won't get any game time this year, especially since we have Ward and Kelly available. So I thought we may as well get whatever cash we can for him and free up more wages. I'll be accepting the first offer that we receive, and I'll let you know if that is finalized. A loan offer also coming in for Connor Wickham from RB Leipzig. I'm leaning towards rejecting this, and while it would be good to make sure he gets more playtime, he's still going to appear sporadically for us, and I'm not sure what sort of role he wants to play. Unfortunately, it looks like Ryan Ennis will not be leaving the club. Transfer talks broke down for 2 different clubs, so he'll be staying with us until his contract expires at the end of the year. But with 1 hour left on transfer deadline day, I just quickly want to take a look at some of the top deals around the world, just to give you an idea of how the FIFA simulation is going for us. The top deal was Christian Eriksen from Spurs to Man City for 102.8 million. That's a massive move, and Manchester City obviously looking to win the Premier League again this season. The second biggest deal being Mauro Icardi to Real Madrid for 97.9 million, and the third biggest, another Manchester City move, Thiago from Bayern to Man City for 66 million. As for us, these are the players that came in and departed the club. Ayer, Balazi, and Loftus-Cheek being brought in. Dan, Hennessy, Williams, Kirby, and Kai being moved on from the club. Following the end of transfer deadline day, we have a few players leaving on international duty. Benteke for Belgium, Ayer for Norway, and MacArthur for Scotland. And already we have news that our Scout of Future star has arrived, and we'll see which one of these players it might be. And we'll see if we can establish which one it is. I know we signed up Cook, Ortiz, and Aubert. I think we also signed up Hughes. That would make sense since we're looking for physically strong players from England, which means Peter Price is our Scout of Future star. Also from England, 5'7", left-footed, has a 60 overall with a potential of 72 to 94, a value of 400,000. He looks promising. Southampton will be our next opponent in the Premier League. They still haven't won yet, drawing 2 out of their 3 matches. And I'm looking to redeem myself after that Carabao Cup disaster. If we can get a win in the Premier League, that would make up for it in my eyes. Keep in mind that we're also back to a full strength and fully rested starting 11, returning back to the 4-3-3. A few of our players that were on international duty might be a bit tired, including MacArthur, but I don't think that's anything he can't handle. Southampton making some big moves in the summer transfer window, bringing in Jamie Vardy from Leicester. I'm disappointed to see a 5 at the back formation because it's annoying to play against, but we'll see how we fare. It's a nice move from Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and we win a corner kick in just the 2nd minute. Had Max Meyer come short for this one. And try to send this one to the far post. Switching things up a bit, and Milivojevic rising up and winning a header. That is how you want to start a match, especially coming off of a defeat. Our captain rising up and stepping up in this one. Good ball played to Jamie Vardy. He'll keep that in bounds, and we need to get that one away. Luckily, our defense backs us up there, and we're able to clear it out of the danger area. As Max Meyer pushes forward, Wan-Bissaka doing well to hang on to possession. We find Townsend over to Benteke. Have the support of Loftus-Cheek here. He'll play it backwards and out wide. Van Aanholt to Zaha. Looking for a player in the middle. It's Christian Benteke trying to get a finesse shot off. It'll fall to Andros Townsend, and he'll play it in the middle. Can we get another finesse shot off? Fraser Forster, it's an easy save for him. And Max Meyer, his finishing woes continue. To be fair, Meyer's more of a creator, but I still expect him to put chances away, and he has not done that for us so far this season. Maybe he can do so here. It's off the post. Max Meyer putting his body on the line, making up for some of his misses right there. And he gets another tackle, and well done. He's showing promise defensively. And maybe he just needs to play a deeper role for us. Loftus-Cheek, though. We'll find Zaha. Trying to send this one into Benteke, rising up. Cleared away from Southampton. We're trying to win a header. Wan-Bissaka also putting his body on the line. And we still have a chance here. As Loftus-Cheek gets fouled, I would have taken the free kick. We're still with it, though. Over to Andros Townsend, trying to get it on his left foot, looking for Benteke, and it's finally cleared. Meyer. Good skill move. Has one defender left to beat. Cutting this one back inside and sending in a nice pass over to Christian Benteke. Second time we've hit the post today. And Meyer still showing himself as a creator. Here are your stats at the break. 10 shots, 5 on target, 58% of possession. And again, showing that ultimate difficulty, it varies from match to match, but this is going to be one of those matches where we generate lots of chances. I went ahead and looked at Loftus-Cheek's stamina off screen because I noticed his fitness is consistently lower than everyone else. However, it's not that bad at 75. I think he just puts in a lot of work in the midfield that he tires himself out. So we'll be making a change here at the break, bringing in MacArthur for Loftus-Cheek. Good save by Guaita, and that might have been a save where Speroni couldn't make. It proved to be the case in the last match, but Guaita has not conceded a lot of goals this year, and he won't be letting that one in from Jamie Vardy. Short corner kick by Southampton to the near post. Vardy with another effort, and apparently that's a penalty kick? Not too sure about that one. We'll see if it shows a replay. It looked like Vardy went into Tompkins, and he was just going for a header. Tompkins held his ground, and here's a look at the replay. Yeah, that's debatable, but what are you going to do? If the game gives them a penalty, all you can do is try to save it, and save it, we do! Guaita again steps up and pulls off a huge save. We're going to make a few more changes with 30 minutes left to go. I quite liked having Balassi as a right center mid for us, and we'll swap him and Meyer. That leaves us with one change left. And I liked how Sorloth played in the Carabao Cup match despite us getting a loss, so I'm going to swap him and Townsend. Cedric on the ball, sending in a good cross, and it's Armstrong. I believe he just got subbed in, and he will get a header goal, making it level for Southampton. Still 25 minutes left in this one. I'm not trying to get a draw. I want to stay top of the Premier League, and Southampton's a team we should be beating. I don't want to give Southampton any room to breathe. Not letting them get back into this match. But it looks like they have done here with Jefferson. They have another cross open in the middle. We do well to get that away. Wan-Bissaka just getting it outside the box for us. And now a switch of play to Rogic. Now Vardy. Finally, we have possession. Zaha gets dispossessed, though. And we need to be careful here. What a save by Guaita. He has saved us twice now. First, the penalty kick save, and now a chance from just like a foot out. Oh man, Southampton have just been playing kickball for the last couple of minutes, and they're going to score off what might be one of the last freaking touches of the game. We're going to get a few chances to move forward here, but with just 2 minutes of added extra time, we do not have a lot left. We just need to get numbers forward and hope for the best. Get it to our quickest players. Balassi playing it out wide to Zaha. We'll look for Balassi in the middle. It's defended well by Stevens. And it looks like we're going to lose back-to-back matches. And we're honestly not losing by large margins. It's just little things that end up costing us draws or even victories. You can see from the stats. 13 shots, 8 on target, 49% of the possession. We had a very good first half, but the second half wasn't as great. We have a monthly scouting update available from England. We've already added a couple of talents to our youth academy, and it looks like the majority of our prospects are English-based, including our Scout of Future star. But we have another player in Brandon King, 58 to 78 overall, 70 to 94 potential. I think he's going to be pretty decent, and a value of 700,000. We might have a gem on our hands here. He'll be the only player to sign this month, but what a player he might be. Jairo Riedewald recently started for us in the Carabao Cup, and now he wants to be featured in the team sheet. And that's all right with me because we eventually want to transition him to our starting left center back since he is left-footed. So we'll start him over Sacco in this one. And if there's ever a time to start Riedewald, it would probably be against a lower mid-table side like Huddersfield. Unfortunately, we have dropped in our Premier League position down to 4th. Still very good. Some surprise teams up there in the top 4. West Ham in 3rd. And then the big boy is in Manchester City and Chelsea. While I would usually start Riedwald alongside Ayer, I want to see how he pairs up with James Tompkins. I know that Tompkins and Sacco have been a dynamic duo. We don't concede a lot of goals, with the exception of our last match, but we'll see how this combo works out. I actually quite like Huddersfield and some of their players, but we should really be winning this game. I haven't been in the best of form, but this is probably our best chance to pick up 3 points. Huddersfield have been very passive to play the ball forward, and we're going to try to make the most of that as we get a chance here with Benteke. Looking for a little bit of space. He gets him with the drag back. Eventually, he'll shoot, and Lossel has to parry that one away, and we'll get a corner kick out of it. Max Meyer trying out his tactic, sending this one to the far post, and that one got deflected off of a Huddersfield player and nearly ended up being a goal for us. Some crazy things have happened in this episode. I'll tell you guys what. We'll try out the tactic again. Meyer to the middle. Ambitious acrobatic effort. But that one cleared away. Now it's Riedwald. It's Milivojevic looking for Ruben Loftus-Cheek. He'll go with a finesse shot effort right at Lossel. Zaha's through right here. Needs to cut this one inside and get a finesse shot off. It's blocked well by Huddersfield. And they're hanging on for dear life as we get another attack going with Zaha. Not a Van Aanholt. Playing it to Milivojevic. We have Meyer in the middle. He options for Zaha again. Meyer still trying to get his goal, but he loses hold of possession. Chance for Huddersfield. Hogg over to Gabriel. We're just containing. And they don't want to play the ball forward now. To be fair, they haven't held on to a lot of possession in this one. But the goals we're conceding, man, they're frustrating. Good move by Townsend. And that's the sort of finish we needed. We're on the board, and we made it level. I want to push for a second goal before the halftime break. And you can tell I'm not really reacting to that. I'm just in the zone, trying to get a win. But that said, we're not done quite yet. Zaha cutting this one in on his right. Finesse shot effort into the top hand corner. That is the sort of shot I was waiting for. I've learned to cut our wingers in on their strong foot, and we've executed that to perfection. There's honestly not many more rewarding feelings than scoring a finesse shot like that in FIFA. They are truly back in FIFA 19. And finally, we've been clinical with our chances. 6 shots, 6 on target, 49% of possession. We'll try to increase that number. A few standard changes at the 60-minute mark. Loftus-Cheek being brought off for MacArthur. I'm also bringing in Koyate for Milivojevic. I feel like the extra pace will do us favors in this one. Can't be giving Huddersfield any space. It's how they scored their last goal, and it's how they might score again here. I thought that went in, but luckily that one goes in off the side netting. And that's my own fault. Bad habits, passing it out of the back with your keeper. Wouldn't recommend doing that in FIFA 19. Come on, Benteke. Make up for my mistake earlier. The finesse shot effort saved by Lossel. We'll send this one to the far post. Maybe we can get a header on this. That's well cleared. It's 2 goals on the trot for Huddersfield, and things are not looking good, guys. I don't know what's been up with gameplay. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's the game stepping up the difficulty, but things are just not going our way today. There we go. I think that's Zaha to score his brace, and we've made things level. If we would have lost that match, it would have been just me to blame, obviously making that mistake out of the back. But with still 5 minutes left, we can maybe push on for a winner. I'll make a few substitutions to help us do so. The last change I'm going to make is taking Meyer off and bringing on Yannick Bolasie at the right center mid position. We could use that space and skills in the midfield. Have some space here in the middle, but I'm going to let Zaha dribble. It's a heavy touch. But I think he can beat the Huddersfield player. Playing it in the middle. It's Andros Townsend looking for some sort of option here. It's over to Zaha. He's turned one defender. He gets taken out, but it won't be a penalty kick. Benteke over to MacArthur. Can't quite fire off an effort, but we'll be able to send in one more cross with Van Aanholt. Playing it in the middle. Benteke over to Bolasie. Can he get a finesse shot effort off? No, it looks like this match will be level, and it was a pretty even game from both sides. Huddersfield just stuck around for the entirety of the match. I made a few mistakes, but it's a learning opportunity for me, and hopefully you guys can learn from it as well. At least we were able to pick up 1 point from today's Premier League fixtures. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting going into the episode, but sometimes the game is going to surprise you. Wilfried Zaha ends up getting man of the match today with a 9.4 rating. Not sure why our formation changed, because that's not what we're using. And with that said, I think that's going to wrap up the squad reports and wrap up today's episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. But until next time, this has been Flick. I'll be talking to you guys again soon.